Are you afraid of failing? You're not alone. The fear of failure is a common motivational challenge that many of us grapple with. It's like a shadow that lurks in the background, casting doubt on our abilities and undermining our self-confidence. This fear can act as a barrier, hindering our progress and preventing us from taking necessary leaps of faith. It's a tricky obstacle, but not an insurmountable one. The key to overcoming this fear lies in changing our perspective. Embrace imperfection. Understand that it's okay to make mistakes. They are not the end of the world, but rather learning opportunities that can guide us on our journey. Also, take a moment to acknowledge your past successes. They are proof that you are capable of achieving great things. Don't let the fear of failure overshadow your accomplishments. So, the next time you feel the fear of failure creeping in, remember this. Failure is not a sign of incompetence. It's a sign of courage. A sign that you are pushing your boundaries and striving for something better. So, embrace it. Learn from it. Grow from it. Remember, failure is just a stepping stone to success. Fear of success. An unusual but real motivational challenge. It's strange, isn't it? We're taught to aim high, to reach for the stars. Yet when we're on the brink of achieving our dreams, we find ourselves pulling back. It's a fear that lurks in the shadows of our minds, whispering tales of change and uncertainty that come with success. But let's pause for a moment and ask, why should we fear success? It's the very thing we're striving for, isn't it? This fear, however, can lead us to self-sabotage. We might procrastinate, make excuses, or even downplay our accomplishments. But why? Because success changes things, it changes us and our relationships with others. It's the unknown that scares us. But here's the thing, we can overcome this fear, acknowledge it, confront it, celebrate the small victories along the way. Each small win is a step closer to your ultimate goal. It's a testament to your abilities, your hard work. Embrace the change, the growth, the evolution that comes with success. Remember, success is nothing to fear, it's something to strive for. Ever felt lost, unsure of your goals? That's lack of clarity. It's like wandering in a vast desert with no direction, no signposts. It can leave you feeling confused, overwhelmed, and it can certainly put a damper on your motivation. Imagine you've been dropped in the middle of a city without a map or a destination. You keep walking, but there's no sense of progress, no sense of achievement, because you don't even know where you're supposed to be going. That's what lack of clarity does to your motivation. It turns your journey into a never-ending walk in circles. But don't fret, my friend, the remedy is simpler than you think. Start by setting clear, achievable goals. Want to write a book? Don't just say, I want to write a book. Be specific. I want to write a 30,000-word science fiction novella by the end of the year. That's a clear goal. Now break it down into smaller, manageable tasks. I'll write 500 words a day, 5 days a week. This gives you a roadmap, a clear path to follow. Each completed task is a milestone, an achievement that fuels your motivation to keep going. Remember, a foggy vision leads to a foggy path. But a clear vision paves the path to motivation. Feeling drained out? Exhaustion can be a motivation killer. We've all been there, haven't we? The drooping eyelids, the sluggish thoughts, the waning drive. When our bodies and minds are tired, our motivation seems to pack its bags and head for the hills. But why does this happen? Well, physical and mental exhaustion saps our energy, leaving us with little to fuel our aspirations. It's like trying to drive a car with an empty gas tank. You're not going very far, are you? Likewise, when we're exhausted, our ability to stay focused and driven takes a serious hit. So what's the solution here? Well, it's simpler than you might think. Prioritize your sleep. Yes, you heard it right. Sleep. It's the body's natural way of recharging and rejuvenating itself. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. And remember, it's not just about the quantity, but the quality of sleep that matters. Additionally, don't forget to give yourself regular breaks. Life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, and even the best marathon runners take breaks. So whether you're working on a project, studying for an exam, or chasing a goal, remember to take a breather every now and then. Remember, a well-rested mind is a motivated mind. Ever caught yourself comparing your progress to others? That's a motivation trap. We've all been there, haven't we? The world has become a global village, and it's easy to get overwhelmed by the achievements and progress of those around us. It's even easier to feel like we're falling behind or not doing enough. This is a common motivation challenge, my friends. It can lead to feelings of inadequacy and can seriously hamper our motivation. But here's the thing, comparison is not the solution, it's the problem. When we compare, we focus on what we lack rather than what we have. We see the success of others, but not the struggles they've faced or the sacrifices they've made. This can lead to a skewed perception of reality and can drain our motivation. So how do we overcome this? By practicing gratitude, by focusing on our own personal growth and progress. Remember, everyone's journey is different. We all have our own pace, our own paths, our own experiences. It's important to focus on that rather than comparing our journey to someone else's. So the next time you find yourself comparing, pause. Take a moment to appreciate how far you've come and how much you've achieved. Because at the end of the day, it's your journey, it's your progress. Your journey is unique. Focus on your progress. Finding reasons to procrastinate. Excuses can be your biggest enemy. We often resort to excuses when tasks seem daunting, when we fear failure or even success. But remember, these excuses are nothing more than self-imposed roadblocks, barricades that hinder our progress and motivation. They act as convenient scapegoats, shifting the blame from us to external factors. But let's face it, every excuse we make is a step away from achieving our goals. It's a step away from becoming the best version of ourselves. So how do we combat this? By challenging these excuses head-on. By questioning their validity and understanding that they are often baseless. Taking responsibility is another crucial step. It's about acknowledging that you are the architect of your destiny. When you take responsibility for your actions, you realize that you have the power to change things, to shape your own path. So let's say goodbye to the I can'ts, the maybes, and the not yets. No more hiding behind the veil of excuses. It's time to face the music, to embrace the challenges and to seize the opportunities. No more excuses, it's time to take action. Feeling bored with your routine? That's drudgery. We've all been there, haven't we? The same old, day in, day out. It's like being stuck in a loop, and it can seriously dent your motivation. But let me tell you something, it doesn't have to be this way. Drudgery is not your destiny, it's merely a challenge, and like all challenges, it can be overcome. The solution? Add a dash of fun to your routines. It's like adding a pinch of salt to a bland dish, it brings out the flavor. The same principle applies to your daily tasks. Sprinkle in a bit of fun and watch how they transform. Imagine turning your morning jog into a nature photography adventure, or making your daily cooking routine a culinary experiment. Doesn't that sound more exciting? And it's not just about making things fun, it's about breaking the monotony, shaking things up. It's about looking at the same things but with a fresh pair of eyes. So the next time you feel the weight of drudgery pulling you down, remember this. You have the power to change it. You have the power to make your routine exciting. And that's how you keep the motivation alive. Make your routine exciting. Keep the motivation alive. Feeling frustrated with slow progress? That's impatience. Now, this is a common saboteur of motivation. We often want results and we want them now. But the world doesn't work on our clock. It's like planting a seed and expecting a tree the next day. Unreasonable, right? Impatience can lead us to abandon our goals prematurely, or worse, never start at all. We might think, if I can't get there quickly, why bother? This is a trap, a dangerous pitfall that can rob us of our dreams. So how do we combat this? Firstly, we must understand that progress is not always linear. There will be dips, plateaus, and perhaps even regressions. But these are not signs of failure. They are simply part of the journey. Secondly, cultivate patience. Practice waiting. Embrace the process. Understand that the most worthwhile things in life seldom come easy or fast. They require effort, persistence, and yes, time. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. The Grand Canyon wasn't carved in a year. Great things take time to develop, and so will your goals. So hold on, stay the course, and keep working at it. Patience is key. Good things take time. Ever find yourself sidetracked by irrelevant things? Welcome to the world of distractions. It's a world where shiny objects, buzzing notifications, and the latest trending topics pull you away from your goals. Distractions, my friends, are motivation's arch-nemesis. They beckon us with their siren songs, whispering promises of instant gratification, only to leave us stranded in the sea of unproductivity. Let's consider this. You're on a journey to achieve something meaningful. You're sailing smoothly, but then a distraction appears. It's a captivating island promising fun and relaxation. You decide to take a quick detour, believing it's just a small break. But soon, hours turn into days, and days turn into weeks. Before you know it, you're far off course, and your destination seems like a distant dream. This is the power of distractions. They can derail us from our path, making us lose sight of our goals and, most importantly, our motivation. But fear not, for every challenge there's a solution. And for distractions, the solution is twofold: minimizing and practicing focus. Firstly, minimizing distractions is about creating an environment conducive to focus. It's about turning off notifications, tidying up your workspace and setting clear boundaries. It's about choosing to say no to the things that do not contribute to your goals. Secondly, practicing focus is about training your mind to stay on task. It's about cultivating the discipline to resist the allure of distractions. It's about realizing that the path to success is not always filled with excitement, but often requires the mundane, the repetitive, the hard work. So, embark on this journey of minimizing distractions and cultivating focus. Remember, it's not about completely eliminating distractions, but rather about managing them effectively. It's about understanding that while distractions might promise instant gratification, the true reward lies at the end of the journey, the achievement of your goals. Stay focused, keep distractions at bay, and keep that motivation going. Conquering motivational challenges isn't an overnight process. It's a journey that requires consistent effort and patience. It is about understanding that fear, whether of failure or success, is just a feeling that can be acknowledged and then set aside. It's about gaining clarity on what you want, putting in the time and energy, and not letting exhaustion take the wheel. It's about resisting the temptation of comparing your progress to others and recognizing that everyone's journey is unique. It's about challenging the excuses you tell yourself and turning the drudgery of routine into a fun adventure. It's about cultivating patience and learning to manage distractions that may lead you astray. But remember, this journey is not a race. It's okay to take it slow, to take it one step at a time. The important thing is that you're moving forward, that you're making progress, however small. So keep going, keep pushing, and keep striving. Remember, every step forward is a step closer to your goal. Keep going.